publicly, Lieutenant Colonel Governor is still promising us an additional affidavit, and we have two thus far. We've suggested that what we will get is a consolidated affidavit, but it's not here yet. And in relation to the in-camera application, we have agreed a process where the fact of the in-camera application will be publicly notified today. It will be notified together with what was Lieutenant Colonel Governor's original in-camera application, which doesn't provide any detail of the evidence, well, which doesn't provide the evidence which is sought to be kept in camera. But we've explained to Mr. Nepal that we can't, as evidence leaders, consider our position until we've seen the whole affidavit setting out that which Lieutenant Colonel Governor wants to testify to in camera. And what we are proposing is that by Tuesday, the 25th of August, that's next week Tuesday, at 2 p.m., Lieutenant Colonel Governor will file both his, let us call it the possibly confidential affidavit, together with a supplemented in-camera application, which the evidence leaders in the commission will see, but which won't see, because it will have the information which is sought to be kept confidential. The fact of the application and the broad outline of what it seeks to achieve, the in-camera application, will be publicized today or in terms which don't disclose the confidential information. If the commission, after seeing the full application, or if any member of the media wants to oppose, they will do so by Wednesday at 2 p.m. In other words, 24 hours after we see the supplemented application. And Lieutenant Colonel Governor, if there is opposition, will file a reply by Thursday morning at 9. If it is necessary for argument in the in-camera application to be heard, we'll seek a direction from the Commission that it be heard at some stage from either after hours on the 27th of August or some stage before Monday the 31st of August, because Monday the 31st of August is the next free day, which we have, or next available day for the hearing of Lieutenant Colonel Governor's evidence. We would like to use this afternoon to take Lieutenant Colonel Governor through his non-confidential or the non-confidential affidavits that he has furnished to us, so that we can use the time rather than wasting it and having to traverse that in the consolidation on the 31st of August. So we have agreed to those arrangements. Obviously, it's subject to the Commissioner's consent. What I should have done at the very beginning is handed up this draft so that you can have it in writing in front of you. But can I do that now?
You confirm the arrangement, Mr. Nepal?
Thank you, sir. From those arrangements and the timeline stipulated in it.
May I ask you to, thank you, Mr. Nepal. May I ask you to please read it into the record, Mr. Shaskal?
I will do so, Chair. One, the evidence leaders will ensure that the original in-camera application of Lieutenant Colonel Governor is published to the media on 21 August 2026. Two, any media organization proposing to oppose the in-camera application of Lieutenant Colonel Governor will file an answering affidavit on or before, sorry, it's Tuesday, 25 August 2026 at 2 p.m. Lieutenant Colonel Governor will file a supplemented in-camera application together with an affidavit containing that evidence which he proposes to give in camera on or before 2 August 2026 at 1400 hours. Supplemented application and the affidavit referred to should be in paragraph 3 above, not paragraph 2, will be filed with the Commission but not media unless and until the Commission rules that the relevant proceedings should not be held in camera. 5, if any member of the Media or Commission wishes to oppose the in-camera application, 5.1, they will file their answering affidavit on or before Wednesday, August 2026 at 1400 hours, and Lieutenant Colonel Governor will file his replying affidavit on or before 27 August 2026 at 900 hours. If it is necessary for argument in the in-camera application to be heard, the Commission will hear argument on or after 27 August 2026 at 1630 hours, meaning on or after 4:30 on the 27th of August. Not necessarily on the 27th if it doesn't fit in with where the Commission is. Lieutenant Colonel Governor consolidated non-confidential witness statement on or before 900 hours on 28 August. Lieutenant Colonel Governor's evidence will continue on Monday the 31st of August at 9:30 a.m.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, but can you please explain paragraphs 2 and 5.1? Aren't they addressing the same subject?
You're absolutely right, Chair. So,
except that, let me just look,
yes.
except that 5.1 read with the intro or the main part of the paragraph also refers to the Commission, whereas 2 does not refer to the Commission.
Chair, I think if we change 2 to will give notice on or before Tuesday 25,
Okay,
and I think that is what I originally had in mind. But
all right.
I'm trying to salvage
All right. Thank you.
my dignity in this process.
Thank you. With those changes, a ruling is made in those terms. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. At this point, might I ask to be excused? Mr. Musikidi will of Lieutenant Colonel Governor.
Thank you. Can you please, Mr. Shaskalson, arrange for a proper ruling then to be made for signature by the Commission Secretary?
I'll do that shortly.
Thank you very much.
Thank
You are excused. Good afternoon, Mr. Musigiri.
Afternoon, Chair. Afternoon, Commissioners. Chair, Lieutenant Colonel Govender will take an oath, Chair.
Thank you. You will be swearing.
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you. Thank you. Do you swear that the evidence you are going to give is the truth, the whole truth? The evidence you are going to give is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. If so, as you've done already,
Yes,
please raise your right hand and say, "So help me God."
So help me God.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Kel, you should have with you a file, written file 1. Chair will be using one file with possible reference to file 2, but for now, let's concentrate on file 1. The only reference that the Chair might want to have to file 2 is if the commissioners want to check the regulation 10.6 questions that he's speaking to in his affidavit. But anything else will rely on file 1, Chair. In file 1, Chairperson, there's one preliminary affidavit, and then there will be a second statement called the first supplementary statement by the Colonel. Colonel, can you file 1 which is a statement file?
That's correct. I do confirm, Commissioner.
Yes, and then if you flip over to the first page, you will see that there's an index to statement, and it will say preliminary statement of Colonel Govender.
Yes, that's correct, Commissioner.
Thank you. And then you will see that when you go to the next page, being actually page 1, then that will be the start of the statement. And then if you go to page 28 of that document,
Page
28,
28, okay.
yes.
I'm with you.
Yes, you'll see there on the top right, there is a signature on top of deponent. Can you confirm that to be your signature?
I do, Commissioner.
Thank you. And then you confirm that the contents of the statements here are still abide by.
Yes, I do, Commissioner.
Thank you. And then I want you to go to page 1. Thank you. Because he still has to supplement his statement. Some of the annexures are not attached. We haven't been finished with them. So some of the paragraphs will have to skip because they will not make sense without those annexures. But I will guide the witness when we get to those statements. And also, Chair, you will see that part of the first pages of the statement deals with the administrative exchanges between the attorneys, and that will not make any sense to read that into the record because we have now reached an agreement that was read into the record by Mr. Charles Carlson, Chair. Now, Colonel, I want you to start at, so I want you to read your record into the name, and to your name into the record, and then I want you to start reading into the record from paragraph 1, and I will stop you when you get to paragraph 4, and then I'll tell you where to go to from there.
Okay, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Commissioner, my name is Dina Dayalan Governor. If I may spell it for the Commissioner, it's DEENADAYALAN, Governor. I do hereby make this oath and state as follows. The contents hereof are, unless otherwise stated, or where the context is clearly indicates the contrary, within my personal knowledge and belief, are true and correct. I am presently a Lieutenant Colonel employed by the South African Police Services. I am attached to the DPCI. DPCI is Directorate for Priority Crime Investigation Unit, Serious Organized Crime Unit, Durban, and currently the Acting Unit Commander. I am also the head of DPCI Provincial Tracking Team in KZN. I am properly known as Dina Governor. Number 3, I deal with my appointments in a greater detail to set out in my CV and
but the hard work stays the same. On the toughest days, there's one constant. You can always count on the gear that keeps you going. Durable enough to weather anything. Built for work and made to last. This is workwear for the ones who get it done. Any job, any industry, any conditions.
I reached out to the evidence leaders as well.
And Chairperson, when you go to paragraph 15 on page 4, so from paragraph 15, Chair, to paragraph 23, there what's contained is a reference to correspondence between the attorneys, Chairperson. And Chair will see that file 2, it contains the actual correspondence letters between the attorneys. And it will not serve any purpose to traverse those correspondence.
You said up to which paragraph?
To paragraph 23.
2, 3.
2, 3, Chair.
Thank you.
Colonel, can you confirm that from paragraph 15 to paragraph 23 on page 7, there deals with all the correspondence between your attorneys and the commission?
I do confirm that, Commissioner.
Yes. Now, I want us to pick it up from paragraph 24 then on page 7 in terms of your evidence.
May I proceed?
Proceed to read into the record paragraph 24, yes.
Thank you. Paragraph 24, I respectfully submit that it is in the interest of justice and for a fair, proper hearing that I be allowed the opportunity to supplement this affidavit when the latter documents become available. I shall, however, attempt to the best of my ability to furnish as much detail as I can at this stage in response to Regulation 10.6 notice. Paragraph number 25. At the outset, I wish to record that I feel that I am being unfairly targeted by Mr. Len John of IPID and for ulterior purpose. For the reasons that I will appear hereinafter, it is my respectful view and submission that I am being used as a pawn to discredit Lieutenant General Nkonazi, the Provincial Commissioner of KZN. It is common knowledge that this commission was established pursuant to the allegations made by him. Paragraph number 26. On Sunday, the 16th of August, 2026, I received a telephone call from a known person. The importance of the call was to request me to implicate General Nkonazi in the shootings which John referred to. I have the recording of the phone call. I have requested a transcription of it and I will make them available to the Commission. From there onward, Commissioner, if I could, while I'm at paragraph 26, is to refer to the supplementary affidavit 1.
Chair,
On the same file. Page number 2, Commissioner.
Chair. Chair,
Commissioner,
the supplementary statement is a separate statement. I'm just trying to make sure that the commissioner has found that statement that the witness wants to make reference to. And you want to start at page 2 of that document?
yes, page 2, paragraph 6, Commissioner.
Perhaps before you do that, Colonel, can you confirm on page 5 of that document the signature there to be your signature?
Yes, actually page 4.
On page 5 on the raid, top right.
Is correct. Page 4, and then on page 5 is the Commissioner of Oaths.
That's precise, yes, bottom right.
Yes.
And do you confirm that to be your signature?
I do confirm that, Commissioner.
And you confirm that this is your statement?
I do confirm that,
And you
Commissioner.
stand by the contents there too?
Yes.
Yes. Then you wanted to take chair to page 2
Yes.
of the document.
I want to take the Commissioner to page 2 and paragraph number 6. And I'll proceed, Chair. On Thursday, the 13th August 2024, I was approached by a certain known person to have an informal meeting outside the building in which IPID offices in Durban. I duly did so. They told me that I should look to protect myself and not anyone else, that I should give evidence to the Commission on this basis, that I act on the instruction of Lieutenant General Nkonazi for the police shootings, that policemen, businessmen, and drug dealers and politicians wanted me to throw him under the bus. I was threatened with being arrested for 172 cases. and bail denied and being poisoned. He telephoned the Minister of Police, Minister Senzo Nkunu, in my presence. He also told me that he is very close to John from IPAD. Paragraph number 7.
Colonel, before you go to paragraph 7, can you give us the name of the person that called you on the 13th?
Yes, the person that approached me, Commissioner, his name is Mabuso.
Can you give us a full name, Colonel?
I can give you his full name. It's Mabuso Tandani. I could be wrong with the pronunciation.
And then how do you know him? Because you say he's known to you?
Yes. Commissioner, I've known him for a few years, and I've known him to be close to Minister Senzo Nkunu.
Can I go, Governor? When you say close to, you know, we've had many allegations in this commission. Brown Mokhosi is close to this person, so it's them together. Why do you say they are close to the minister?
Commissioner, I'll come further on.
You'll deal with that later.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
indeed. Yeah.
All right, we'll take that for now then. Please proceed to paragraph
Yes.
7 then.
Paragraph 7. On Sunday, the 16th of August, 2026, at approximately 10:14, I received a telephone call from one of the persons who had met on Thursday before. In this conversation, he made serious allegations against Lieutenant General Gunazi, and again sought to influence my evidence to the commission to falsely implicate Lieutenant General Gunazi in police shootings. I attached Mark DG1 and independent transcription thereof. Paragraph number 8. On Wednesday, the 19th of August, 2026, the aforesaid caller phoned me at 10:36. He continued in the same vein in his previous conversation, and the independent transcription thereof is attached here, marked DG2. 9.1.
Sorry. In paragraph 6, your use of they did not make me think that you were talking about more than one person, because these days that's what people normally do. They will be used so as to cover persons, including non-gender conforming people. So I understood your they to mean that, or to refer to that.
Yeah.
Now I see in 7 that you are referring to more than one person.
Yes, Commissioner.
So who were the other people
Yes.
that you are referring to in paragraph 6?
It's a good point, Commissioner. For clarity, there was the gentleman that, I don't know his name, that accompanied Mabuso.
So that, were you seeing that person for the first time?
Now, I've seen that person before as well.
But you don't know who
I don't know his
who
correct
they
name.
are. And do you know where they work?
Commissioner, they in business, according to them, but in political circles as well.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Now, in 7, was it Mavuso that called you, or was it that other person?
It was, Commissioner, always Mabuso that
All
called me.
right.
Yes.
Okay, thank
Yes.
you, thank you.
We at paragraph number 9.1. Earlier today, being Thursday, the 20th of August, 2026, at approximately 6:47, the caller called me again to call me to a meeting. I attended. The caller was in company of another person, and I'll refer, as Commissioner said, to the same person that he always accompanied with. The meeting lasted approximately 1 hour and 20 minutes. In this meeting, the caller continued to persuade me in line of what I have described herein above. In order to convince me, he made a phone call to Minister Enquiry. The Minister of Police who spoke to me, I recognized the minister's voice as I had other occasions spoken to him. 9.2. The minister inter alia asked how I was, told me that this is a very nice country. We must not let anyone ruin this country. He comes from the struggle. This reminds him of the apartheid days. I should tell the commission that I'm getting instructions from Lieutenant General Ngunazi for the police shootings. 9.3. The caller called me at 15:54 today, told me inter alia
Sorry,
that,
Colonel, today would have been the 20th.
yes, that's correct.
Of
So it
August.
would have been the
Yes,
same
okay.
day. Yeah. The caller called me at 13:54 today and told me inter alia that Ngunazi's contract would be terminated as it was not awarded properly and things are going to be bad. Attached hereof marked DG3 as an independent transcript thereof. Paragraph 10.
Colonel, the meeting in paragraph 9.1, where was that?
Can I mention it, Commissioner? I'm willing to mention it.
Are you going to mention? Okay.
Yes. Commissioner, it was at Coastlands Musgrave. Coastlands Hotel, ma'am.
Just clarify, Colonel, how did so the last part of 9.2, you say the minister said to you, you should tell the commission that you are getting instructions from General Mkhwanazi regarding police shootings.
That's
so
correct.
how did your conversation with the minister end?
Commissioner, there is a recording that will be played. But in this conversation, what happens is I'm respectful towards the minister. So he speaks to me for a lengthy period, and that can be transcribed here as well. I could hear. And I listened to him, and in there he asked whether I have kids. I said, yes, I got 2 kids. Do I live in 2 countries? No, I live in 1 country, South Africa. That's our conversation, and towards the latter part, he ended off with that.
What I'm getting at is, did you agree to do as he said, or you just kept quiet and said bye-bye? So how did it end, the conversation?
I said yes. I said yes, Commissioner.
You say a transcription of that call, the call referred to in 9.1, may be played. Did I understand you correctly?
Yes, Commissioner. So amongst
how would you lay your hands on that?
Yeah.
Or how did you, because it was the other person calling the minister, so it's on their phone, not yours. How did you come to have a transcript of that?
So what had happened, the meeting I had recorded between myself and the Mabuso and the second person.
Okay.
But that call was made from Mabuso's phone that he always called me on. And when he spoke to the minister, you could hear before that he spoke in Zulu. And if I could recall correctly, he said, Msaba, I'm scared. And he thinks that
It was he who was scared.
me. He's referring
he
to
said
me.
you were scared.
Yes, he's telling the minister that I'm scared.
Okay.
Msaba. And he said to me that I'm under the impression that Slansla, which is General Ngunazi, is close to the number 1, which is the president. So, and then he thereafter passed his phone to me, where I spoke to the minister, but it wasn't on loudspeaker. So I was just responding to the minister talking to me. Now I recognize his voice because I've met him twice before, and I know him.
So what the transcript would show is what you said, not what the minister
No,
said.
you don't show what the minister said.
Okay.
What I said. My response, Commissioner.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And does the recording carry his voice?
No, Commissioner, because it was not on loudspeaker from Mabuso's phone. I didn't want to tell him, put in loudspeaker, it would have become suspicious then. Because it was in a sort of a restaurant and people were around us, a bit of noise. Some of the recordings are extremely clear and some were in places like, example, outside iPod was noise of the cars. For example, this here was a restaurant and you could hear people close to the kitchen making noise. And
No,
you could
thank you.
hear,
I am
can hear.
answered. Thank you.
Yes. So 9.3. So I finished the number 10, paragraph 10, Commissioner, may I proceed?
Yes.
I have retained an audio recording of the phone calls received from the 16/26 and the meeting of earlier today. I wish to give evidence about these calls, the meeting, play these recordings to the Commission. Well, there's some typographical errors. I have obtained an independent transcription from Sneller recordings of the content of the phone calls to me on the 16th of
Edimaker, an AI video editor.
So we have the audio, that's DG1 and the one on 19, DG2, those have been transcribed. We have tried to reach an agreement with the kernel that we can at least play one of them. I think the shortest is 4 minutes that we can play. Alternatively, we can just go through the transcript, but I'm in the chair's hands, what the chair prefers, which will be more efficient. First prize will be to do the audio, Chair.
The 4-minute one.
The 4-minute
Okay,
one. Chair.
let's do that.
Thank you, Chair.
Sorry, before we forget, in that last sentence, we're attempting to ascertain video footage. I understood you, Colonel, to say you have provided it.
Yes, indeed.
That's in the last sentence.
It was fetched today, Commissioner, from the hotel.
You have it, Mr. Msukit. And
Chair.
if you do, should we not be giving it a number, DG3 or whatever?
We do, you will see that on the index, it's the reference to Commissioner. So the item number 27. And I'm just not sure on the numbers where we are on the CJCs, but it's itemized on the index. 7 years, that will be the video recording. So that's on the supplementary statement. May I propose that because we only have 6 items, then we see how we can marry that to the supplementary affidavit or consolidated affidavit when he brings it in, then we can just align it properly there so that we don't misuse or duplicate the CJC numbers. But I think for now, because it's 6 items, we can manage.
For purposes of identification, though, you see the transcripts themselves are DG1 and DG2, but what about the video clips themselves? For purposes of identification, don't we have maybe exhibit numbers or
we can
or whatever?
Yes, what we can do, Chair, when you go to the index, what we can, so it's DG1, DG2, DG3, so we can continue from there so that at least we don't lose the exhibit, Chair. So we can do item 5 being audio recordings as DG4. So these are annexures, Chair, to his statement.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, seeing that we went up to DG3, then we just say 4, 5, 6.
Thank you, Chair. That will make sense. And then when the consolidated affidavit comes, we can deal with it in terms of the CJCs, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you. Then you play your first one.
Safety necessarily now. Because they say you can't do this alone, and you were given instructions to someone. So now you can't let yourself suffer alone and your family. So why?
So who is saying that someone is?
Sorry?
Who is saying that someone is?
They say maybe the big man here in KZN, you see, because they say you can't do this alone and you're not going to go down alone.
Yeah, but who's big man, Baba?
But if one needs to follow with the transcript, it's on page 18. You will see that it just mentioned unidentified male. Okay, Colonel, this big man. Is that correct, Colonel? Is that where we are?
That's great.
Thank you, Chair.
Which 18? I'm looking at 7. I'm looking at 7.
Yes, Chair. Sorry, my apologies.
7.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Sorry, the recording, Commissioner, you were saying it's 18, page 18.
7.
Oh, page 7, yes.
Yes,
correct,
yes. No, no, we're going to 7.
Yes. You're talking about. There's 2, yeah? There's 2.
Yeah.
It's Sonona and Ngunazi.
I think both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of them. Even they say even you put them under the bus, you're gonna come free. But if you don't put them in the bus, they will make you suffer, and you're going to stay for your life in jail.
Yeah, I can see the pushing in that angle there. They're pushing very hard.
I don't know what to say in your mind, but think twice. I know you're gonna come out of this. If you think properly, I know you're a little bit confused because this storm just come from nowhere. You understand?
Yeah.
But if someone is in the storm, you can't leave him alone. We are here for you.
Yeah, my brother, you. But tell me something now. I'm just asking you. So where are you going to take me if I go? Or where about we going to?
I think on my option, on my side, because I have the connections on direct to number one of the country. I think number one of the country must take you and sit down with you without telling anyone.
Yeah.
Please, because everyone knows you are doing good job in KZN. You're doing good job in KZN. Everyone is happy now because of you put your life on the line because of to save people, right? Community. Yes. So the other stuff there, but it's gonna. But please, let's meet tomorrow so that you can facilitate this thing. You understand?
I know, but what they're gonna ask me what I must do? I don't know. What I must do?
No, let's talk it tomorrow, Colonel. I'm with you. You're gonna come out, but as long as because now, Colonel, you can't suffer alone. You understand the point?
No, it's so unfair what they do to me. You can see what they do.
Yeah, it's unfair because this case is Colonel, the 172.
Yeah.
So 172, each case is life sentence. Each case is life sentence.
I know.
So they're gonna make you serve, and they're gonna block the bail or for you. Or even the whatever, but can't go alone because we know who you are.
Yeah.
You understand? KZN has got a peace right now because of you.
Yeah.
Yes. So you mustn't just treat you like you are like anyone. You understand my point?
You know, I've never done anyone anything. And you know what? Everything I will help people. But for what they're doing now, I'm trying to set me up. It is sad. It's hard so, brother. It's hard so.
That's why I say I'm with you. As long as you come back into a sense of understanding.
Yeah.
Because I know you are going through a lot and you are frustrated, and then there's a lot of things keep coming out. You see.
Yeah, but who's doing this, Baba? Who's McBride? Who's? I know it's coming from McBride. So who else, Baba? It's right on top. Maybe it's bigger people.
Bigger people, business people, politicians, drug dealers, all of them.
But they're after Nkunazi. Why are they fighting with me?
Actually, they say all these things you were not doing it for your own instruction.
Yeah,
you understand?
But what I'm saying, why are you fighting with me? I never do nothing.
Can I see tomorrow? What time am I gonna be free? Because I need you to see agent early in the morning.
Sharp. Bye.
What time am I still gonna
I'll phone you, Baba. I'll phone you.
Okay, Kenneth. Keep well, eh?
Sharp. Bye.
Sure.
Thank you, Che. And then you'll see that on page 12, it's the next transcript of the conversation of the 18th. And then you'll see that on page 30. That's on DG2.
Sorry, Colonel. The recording that we just listened to, who is speaking there?
That's Commissioner Mabusu. He's speaking to myself.
Okay. All right.
Colonel, just to be clear, when you mentioned the word Commissioner Mavuso, is it Commissioner Mavuso or are you saying Commissioner?
No.
Mavuso
I'm
speaking?
so sorry. I'm
Yes.
addressing Commissioner. It's Mabusu. No. Sorry for that.
The
I have
last
a photo of him here, Commissioner, if Commissioner allow that. I do have it on my phone here to see really who this guy is.
You described the second person at the meeting as, I think you said a business person, you said, or not?
Yeah.
And Mavuso, did you describe? I must have forgotten if you did. I'm using the first name, I'm sorry, which may be disrespectful because I did not quite catch the surname. But what does he do?
Commissioner,
Ndandani or Ndandane?
so let me put it in this terms, Commissioner.
Mr. Ndandani, what
Yes.
does he do?
So they are sort of political runners in terms of business contracts. Running around fixing. They call the fixers. They'll fix any problem up.
Okay.
So that's my understanding of them.
Okay.
They're always together, these two guys.
All right.
So there is the footage that we have, which Commissioner will view at some stage, where we're sitting together with both of them and myself.
Thank you. Yes, Mr.
Chair, it seems to me that it's quicker to run through the transcript with the audio in the background. Perhaps instead of Colonel doing the blow-to-blow reading of the transcript, maybe we just play it through on DG2, if the commission will allow us to do that.
Okay, please do.
Hey, Buddha, sorry, man. I'm in provincial office for the meeting. Hey, I was tired, Baba. I finished up late last night, 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the morning. I came back early morning to work this morning.
So you're going tomorrow, right?
I'm not too sure what's going on. I think maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday.
Oh, okay. You are not alone. You are together, Kenel.
Hey, I'm worried, Baba. Okay, I'm telling you.
Your problem is my problems. The good news is we know what we're doing. And our province is safe because of you. You're putting your life on the line. Yes, somehow, but we know actually the good job we've done for this province.
But Baba, these guys gonna keep attacking me. How are we gonna fix this problem? They keep attacking me for what? How are we
They
gonna
want you to expose big people.
Yeah, but what can I say? Well, I mean, why are they doing
Because
that?
they say you actually just doing this alone. There's instruction. There's people you report to.
Yeah, but like, I don't know who are reporting. That's the problem. They keep asking you that over and over. They got the wrong perception.
Yes, we report to Sinona, PC. So I think if you report to Sinona report to PC. So both of them, there must be account. So you become a state witness.
Hey, Baba, my head is spinning, Baba. My head is spinning.
No, this thing is.
But why they after the big man PC so much like that? That man is doing his grab. Why they hate him so much? Ngunazi.
They don't like him because he's always honest, same as like you.
Yes.
Yeah, so they want you to put him under the bus, and also Sinona.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that man is no more here now. He's gone now. He bought his discharge. He's gone. He's sitting somewhere in a farm, in a slut Indian farm.
Yeah, but you must account. You must account. So I don't know. But what is in your mind? Because you can't fight this battle alone, Kenan.
Papa, I only had 2 hours sleep this morning. 2 hours sleep.
Sorry?
I only had 2 hours sleep this morning because I'm preparing, for all lies. The allegations against me is frivolous and lies. I'm preparing from last night. 2 hours sleep I had. I didn't have nothing to eat.
Ish. So do you think you're gonna win?
Yeah, but it's hyper guys should all work in one syndicate. You can see what they're doing to me. They're going there and lying. If you had an allegation, why didn't you call me and ask me? But you're calling me for other matters. Why do you go and go and the whole world is watching, go and put my bank statements up? For what reason? Why didn't you call me first and ask me whether you're going to account for it? Or, whatever the case may be. But you liaise with me every other day for different matters.
No, it's jealous. It's jealous, and also I can see there's something behind this.
Yeah, but who's behind these guys in the Aberdeen? Who?
I think it's also McBride.
I told you the other day, Baba. I told you.
Yeah,
I told you.
Yeah, it's McBride, and also but it's gonna be.
But McBride is not working alone. McBride is not working alone.
They say, there are a lot of people there. They say 172 tokens, it was stage played.
Hey, I don't know where they got that figure from.
No, I think it's got that thing. They say they got that proof.
Yeah, but if you got the proof, then why don't you come arrest me? Why is going and putting it in the national television? You're going to the commission and you're going then. How? These are old matters, Baba. It's not new matters.
Yeah, it's old matters. The old matters. Yeah.
Baba, who has beside McGrath, Baba?
I think there's some other drug dealing politicians as well.
I'll be very open with you. Open plan. Guys. The largest variety of office furniture delivered and installed nationwide.
We honor you. Before the world knew its weight, you took on the challenge with pride. You rose and rose again. children of our nation. Re na le lona.
We celebrate the professional.
We believe in you.
Profmed, proud supporter of South African professionals.
The same person as, or it's the same people as in the first one.
Commissioner, confirm that, yes, sir.
Thank you. Then can you go back to your statement? You should go to page 8.
I'm with you,
And
Commissioner.
then you pick it up at paragraph 27 on top.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
I have also ascertained that during 2013, John had requested the State Security Agency to reject General Gunazi's being granted the top secret clearance. This was at the point in time when General Gunazi was put on special leave by the National Commissioner. John accordingly obstructed the top secret clearance to be issued to Nkunazi at the time.
Colonel, at this point, are you able to provide, even when you provide your consolidated statement, any proof to substantiate?
Yes, Commissioner,
Okay.
I have spoken to General Nkunazi and indicated that he will come back and he has the proof. There was some sort of letter or email that was sent for the very same John to the state security agencies. The only lieutenant general at the time that never got the top secret clearance because of John.
So the proof you're referring to, it will come from General Mkonazi.
That's
not
correct,
yourself.
Commissioner.
Not yourself.
Not myself.
Okay. So for now, we can just not to expect anything in this regard from your consolidated statement.
Noted, Commissioner.
Okay. Then let's move on to paragraph 28.
John has failed to entrust the Commission with the information regarding the number of task teams and their activities in KZN region, namely the eThekwini District Task Team, which reports to Major General Keswa, the eThekwini Infrastructure Task Team.
Sorry, Colonel, maybe as you go along, if you could just say what each task team deals with, because the second one you do say it's an infrastructure task team, but the others, it's not apparent what they're all about.
And then perhaps while you do that, can you just explain when you say fail to entrust?
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
Yes, Commissioner, let me give some clarity there. So when Mr. John came to the Commission, he only spoke about 3 task teams. And even if you look at this page 8, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's much more than 6 task teams in KZN. And as indicated, I'll go slowly through each one and explain so we understand. Sorry, I'm going so fast. I'll go slowly, Commissioner Kumalo, as well. 28.1, the eThekwini District Task Team, which reports to Major General Keswa. Now, this team, it falls under the District Commissioner. So maybe I could go back first to give you a better understanding. None of any teams fall directly under General Nkunazi. So, and I'll highlight it as I'm going past. So 28.1, eThekwini District Task Team, which reports to Major General Keswa. This team is set up to address infrastructure. It also deals with violent crime. Those teams are also involved in shootings. 28.2, the eThekwini, sorry, the first one was the district task team. I'm sorry for that, Commissioner. That was not. So the district task team is doing exactly what the provincial tracing team is doing. So they just call district task team falling under the district of eThekwini. So they trace serious and violent crime suspects, police murder suspects, house robbery suspects, with trio crimes, and they quite often in contact shootings as well. And Mr. John very well know that he's got all these matters at his unit from these very same unit but he doesn't talk about it. 28.2, the eThekwini Infrastructure Task Team, have spoken about it. It also falls under General Keswa. And they're also doing the similar job and also involved in shootings. And those matters are at IPADIT. Then we have the Inanda Task Team, which reports to Brigadier M. Keys and General Keswa. Now, this team is highly active than most teams. And Mr. John has maybe 4 or 5 times more dockets than the 3 teams he mentioned and mentioned to the commission in terms of shootings. They deal with the greater part of Inanda and surroundings, which is extremely volatile and violent suspects, often hiding there. King Shlashwayo Task Team, that's commissioner around far north, in Pangeni, doing the similar job to set up what the other task teams are doing as well, and also involved in contact shootings, engagements with suspects. The eThekwini Metro Police Task Team, which reports to Commissioner Nkunu at the eThekwini Metro Police, and some of these teams are integrated with the other above-mentioned task teams, including my task team. And quite often, they are also involved in many shootings, which Mr. John himself and his team is carrying those investigations. Doesn't talk about it. The Majuba Task Team, which reports to General Alexandra, and that none of the above task teams report to General Nkonazi, I mention again. And there again, those teams involved in police shootings. But what I'm trying to draw here and explain, commissioners, is that John has specifically targeted the tracing team, which I command, the team of Pedro Rodriguez. Now, I want to give an understanding who's Pedro Rodriguez. Commissioner, this policeman is one of the bravest policemen you'll ever get. I don't know how he shot. Now, I'll give Commissioner an example. He was conducting a cash and transit operation around about 2019, and he was accompanied by special task force members. And there was a cash and transit that's going to happen towards Longoma. Now, they had the information on hand, and the commander of the team, Carl van der Pfeiffer, the late Carl van der Pfeiffer, was ambushed in that operation, not far from the tactical members, and subsequently fatally wounded. In that vehicle was a female who will bear testimony, and she's living today, that they shot her and she played that she was dead. Then they didn't fire more shots, she's alive. That shooting was gruesome, Pedro was there. There's another shooting that I can talk about. This is the longest shooting history, 4 hours and 24 minutes, non-stop. I was there in the shooting. I was investigating the docket where they had killed the police murder suspect. And we in turn had information that had gone to escort. And there was a full load of Kumbi with heavily armed guys with rifles and ammunition. And this fight ended up into the mountains. And I would tell you, this was a long fight, and Rodriguez was there as well. A task force member got shot as well there. Mr. John doesn't speak about all the policemen being shot. He just says no one's got shot when he came here. This is the caliber of the policemen that we work with, including Pedro Rodriguez. And he's not who he's perceived to be as a thief or a rogue, and I'll defend him. Commissioner, if I can tell you, go back to another incident recently, let's say maybe a year ago.
Before you move on, Colonel, are you willing to accept for a moment that at least Pedro Rodriguez is at least notorious for being a shootist, for being trigger happy? I mean, for example, if you look at just this incident involving Bevan Loftus, he discharged most rounds out of the guys who were there. So that kind of action seems to precede him in terms of him being very quick on the trigger. Would you accept that proposition at least, whether it's justifiable or not?
Respectfully, no, Commissioner, and I'll explain why. So we're coming back, let's get back to the Morningside. Can I go back to Morningside? Now that you speak about the Morningside, let me get back there.
We'll come to Morningside.
Okay.
Let's not,
All right.
let's stay on the track. We'll come back to Morningside. I just mentioned
Respectfully,
that just to deal with.
Okay, please answer the question in whichever manner you see fit.
All right.
And if you are, I think in fairness, if he thinks he can address your question by referring to Morningside, he should do so.
Let it be checked.
Yes, yes. We can go back to Morningside later.
Can I go
Please
back?
answer the question you want in the way you want to.
Thank you.
You've been given the license. Yes.
Thank you, Commissioner. So coming back to the Morningside, Commissioner, this information of the Morningside incident did not come from me or my team. And later we'll refer in documents to show that this anti-gang task team, how it was set up, and none of my members or myself shot there. But this information came from Pietermaritzburg, Directed for Priority Crime Investigation Unit, Constable Matt and Colonel Nelson Naika. The information relating to the Morningside, and we'll get there now. There was an informer claim put there as well. I don't know who's the informer, but he was paid out.
Are you at some point focused on the shooting? Because I think the...
Yes, I'm getting there.
All right, because the focus of the question is about...
I just want to give the Commissioner a small overview.
All right, okay.
Small overview.
All right.
So there's two claims, put crime intelligence, gather information as well. Now, there was a build-up before this shooting, Commissioner. The focus was not Bevan Loftus and others. The information on hand they were working on was a triple murder that was in Green Park case where a couple and a 9-year-old child were shot dead. So that vehicle that was used there was somehow flagged with the sniper cameras, information gathered. Subsequent to that, on the vehicle was coming down the M13, and the police members that were there with Pedro Rodriguez and the other members stopped that vehicle. And in that vehicle, there was a guy called Ayanda Nzumela. In that vehicle was the AR-15, which was taken in the business robbery in Eastern Cape. After that, he had pointed out his premises in Hillcrest, where there was an R4 taken from the military.
Sorry, Colonel. I have no idea whether Officer Rodriguez will be called. Do you know, Mr. Msigidi?
Chair, not at this present moment. We don't have him lined up.
I'm raising that because perhaps it had to traverse this question with him. I think we are spending a lot of time on this now.
Yes, Chair. That's the reason why I don't want to go to Morningside for two reasons. He was not part of the group that did the shooting in any event, so he can't really answer. And the proposition really to him was the factual account that when the ballistics were done is that he did shoot. And in his own statement, it indicates that he shot most shots. But let's not get lost.
Why don't we just not ask the direct question, and then the conclusion about being trigger happy and so on should be a matter of inference. Do you know or don't you know, Colonel, whether Officer Rodriguez fired the most shots compared to other officers who were part of the operation? Do you know or don't you know?
Commissioner, I don't want to speculate. I must just go back and see the shooting report.
So you do not know off the top of your head. I think let's leave it there.
Let's leave it there, Chair. Otherwise, we won't finish the statement.
Commissioner, I just want to go back where I finished off. So there was another incident that the bombers...
No, I think let's follow the statement in the way in which we were. Otherwise, we'll be all over the show. Yeah. 31?
I think, Colonel, yes. So on page 9, paragraph 31.
31, yes.
Yeah. So maybe start from then, read that into the rest.
However, due to the time constraints, I'm not in possession of all my bank statements and financial documentation. I will deliver a supplementary affidavit explaining those transactions as soon as I am in possession.
Maybe please start at 30 because you are addressing the Rule 10 notice in 31.
Noted, Commissioner, will do so. Furthermore, I was surprised to hear that John's evidence at the commission when it was televised regarding the financial affairs of my wife and I in regard to the acquisition of our property and deposits made into various accounts. I was not contacted by any police officer from IPID, any fiscal authority questioning these transactions. I was not given an opportunity to answer those allegations to IPID before it was televised. I intend dealing fully and comprehensively with that aspect in John's evidence and the Rule 10 notice.
Before you continue, maybe you want to comment just to be fair to Deputy Director John, and you can take it for a fact that he did, Chairperson, provide us with a very detailed statement mentioning some of these task forces, and also where he gave us detail on the statistics regarding the conduct of the other shootings. It's just that we had to confine his statement to what we consider to be relevant for the purpose of the terms of reference and giving evidence. So please accept it that he did take us into confidence, and it's just that we had to reshape his statement to confine it to what we needed for the purpose of presenting evidence. So I don't think it's quite accurate to say that, I think the word used is to say that as the commission per se. He would testify and say that he did provide a very detailed statement, but we had to chop and change to make it more confined.
Yeah.
So please accept that in whatever criticism that you're entitled to attribute towards him, but please accept that he did give us a detailed statement, but for the reasons that I've just given to you, his affidavit came the way it is.
No, I accept that, Commissioner, but I just want to go back, because if I hear what said, rifles were not recovered on scenes. Now, I brought statistics to give bundles to the Commissioner to bring forward. A lot of rifles where I was present was recovered. Explosives, I can quote different incidents where explosive was.
There comes a point when you stop chasing what's because you finally arrived somewhere worth being. Progress starts to look different. The way you spend your time, you make, the standards you set. That's the thing about a new era. It's yours. The all-new Audi Q3. Q, a new era.
Strepsils Intensive starts to relieve throat pain in 60 seconds and reduces inflammation for up to 6 hours.
To allow me a reasonable opportunity to obtain the source material before responding to the request made in registers. Paragraph 32.
Before you go there, Chair, just to give context, in this regard, Chair would remember that there was evidence to the effect that Colonel has to explanations to his account, and one of the amounts, at least the total, was 2.3 million that was somehow linked to the payout for the alleged hit on Bevan. So we had asked him to actions, and here he says that he hasn't had a chance to consider his own bank statements, and he will do that in due course. And
I would say there wasn't really a link. It was a link made by Mr. Bevan Loftus himself, but there was no other objective basis for saying there is a link. Am I mistaken?
That's correct, Chair.
Yes, yes.
But the question is that he had to, for maybe
Yes,
various reasons,
Yes.
to be fair to him,
Yes,
to explain
yes.
those transactions.
No,
But
I
you're quite right. There was no direct link on the link
I
on
understand.
the hit.
I understand.
Yes.
Commissioner,
And
may I respond, please? If there isn't, I can stand before the commissioners, there even a single transaction coming from Mr. Clive Naika to my bank account or anyone else. And I will explain that in due course.
Yes, no, we understand. That's why we want an explanation, because we want to know where they come from. Let's deal at paragraph 32, and then we can take it from there.
My attorneys had requested the Commission to provide me with copies of the bank statements on which it relies and make their affirmance against me. But the Secretariat has advised that the issue is referred to as the evidence leaders who will revert to my attorneys. At the time deposing to this affidavit, there has been no response from the evidence leaders. I am therefore severely handicapped and cannot deal with those allegations at this stage. Suffice to the record and the source and advancing of the funds to me are all lawful and legitimate.
And can at this stage you will at least accept that the position has changed, because we have provided you with this document, and your attorney can confirm that?
Yes, indeed, Commissioner. I can confirm that.
Thank you. Then we can move to paragraph 33.
33. Furthermore, John is not the initial investigators at IPAD who multiple dealt with any of the complaints of the police shootings by members of these teams under my command. The complaints were previously investigated by other officers. He therefore has no first-hand knowledge in respect of those investigations and explanations by the members of the teams that I was in charge of. Paragraph 34. John misled the Commission when he stated that the teams in charge of made no recoveries. And I think I addressed that to the Commissioners just now. There's substantial recoveries, Commissioner, which I'll give a database some point in time to the Commissioners. I will include a schedule reflecting substantial recoveries, weapons, ammunition, drugs, explosives, monies, etc. And the rest in the bundle that I will deliver. 35.1. Furthermore, John referred to the telephonic conversation between Nika and Bevan Loftus. Bevan. A transcript, therefore, was produced and tendered to the Commission. The voice recording was played at the Commission. A listening of the voice recording contains the name Puff. Yet he sought to have the Commission to rely on what, with respect, is clearly an incomplete and therefore incorrect transcription. The importance of this doctoring of the transcript and evidence will appear therein after. 35.2. My attorneys have secured an independent transcription of recordings, which was televised after being flighted in the evidence before the Commission. The independent transcription was done by Sneller Recordings. In it, the late Bevan is yet to have also said, as part of his utterances, "You and Puff." Referring to the Nika and Puff, it bears mentioning that some 2 days after that phone call by Bevan, employees of Nika operating a tow truck, which were shot during March 2023, Kalicharan Puff, his wife and his child were shot and killed, and Bevan was identified as one of the shotters.
Chair, and Kennel, so what the Kennel has done, Chair, was to take the audio that we played, that was recorded between Mr. Nika and Mr. Bevan, and gone through it and picked up some of the things we didn't pick up. And he has done his own transcription. And what I would like to do, Chair, while we have had the video, the audio, I would like us to play it with a specific attention to what he says we did not transcribe properly in what we were provided with. And then he can tell the Commission the relevance of that part that he says is important to his testimony, Chair.
Just remind me, I know from the transcript itself, it was not long at all. How many minutes is it? Do you remember?
It's less than 2 minutes, Chair, if I remember well. So Kenneth, we'll play the audio, and then you'll pick up what we say is not appearing on the transcript, and then you can inform the Commission why you say that it is relevant in relation to your testimony.
Noted.
Chair, before we play it, I've been corrected to say that it is not the Commission written that transcribed that audio is what we received from Mr. Gregory Loftus, being the father chair. So
I thought so.
Yes,
I
Chair.
thought so.
Thank you, Chair.
The roadster, Mr. Clive himself. How are you? Like a lot of money, 2.5 on my head now, eh? Yeah, how you can phone Dane? How you can phone Dane to set me up? Yeah, me, I never ever fought with you. I got no problem with you, but look like you after me. You paying dinner, governor, you paying all the carols. You went back to do all these things to me. I never had nothing to do with you. I never minded your business. I got no flop with you. But Bali, you went out of your way to do all these things to me. You wanna kill me and all. What kind, Bali? Where's the number?
Are you making allegations against me, or are you telling me the
I'm asking you, where's the numbers, Bali? I never do fuck all to you. Check your word. I'm fuck all to you. See how Bali? See how I took her? No flop. You wanna kill me, right? No flop. The longest. Right? Laka.
So the Colonel is the only, I'm not saying it's not important, but is the only exclusion PAF? Or is there anything else that you had to add in your own transcription?
No, Commissioner. The importance of PAF, why it was left out.
Is it the only thing that was left out? Is
Yes.
it just PAF only?
Yes,
All
Commissioner.
right. Now its importance is,
Yes.
give us the full sentence that had the PAF.
PAF is also alleged drug dealer. And he lived in Unit 11, Chatsworth. So him and Clive were friends. Clive Naika. So the importance here, he says the fastest live the longest, because the threat was made against Puff as well. Within a short space of time, Puff and his wife were going to buy.
Let's start here. I asked you to just either looking at whatever.
Yes.
Just read us the sentence that has PAF in it.
Okay, let me do that for you.
As is.
The voice recording contains the name Puff. That's on paragraph 35.
I want the full sentence.
The full sentence, I'll give you right now. A listening of the voice recording contains the name Puff. It's line 4. Line 4, Commissioner.
Or where it says you and PAF.
Yes, Commissioner.
What we should have done, I thought I did hear this you and PAF, but I forget what the sentence was. Maybe we should have asked you to ask for us to pause it where it talks about PAF, so that maybe we could go back a few seconds and
Yes.
just read. Okay. But what's your recollection of the full sentence? You and PAF, what? Put 2.5 on my head or what?
Yeah, something like that, Commissioner, when I hear the...
So, Chair, just to assist, the sentence would say that will start, you are paying Dina Govenda, you are paying all the carols, you and PAF, to do all these things to me.
Okay, all right, thank you.
So the previous version, it said, you are paying all the carols to do all these things to me.
Okay, all right. Now you were telling us the significance or the importance.
Yes, Commissioner.
Yes.
So the parents
Thanks, Mr. Musigidi.
taking the young girl to buy doing birthday shopping, to have a party, and they subsequently were shot.
PAF being one of the parents.
Correct.
All right.
They were shot in...
The name is where is it now? Yes.
Kalicharan.
All right. Oh, please continue.
Subsequently shot with high-powered rifles in Springfield Park area, together with a 9-year-old child. And that case, the anti-gang task team, because Puff was also alleged drug dealer as well. So we had taken the investigation over, and I explained earlier on the information came from Crime Intelligence Covert and Pietermaritzburg NPVC.
And as you say in paragraph 35.2, this is only 2 days after the phone call.
Commissioner, that wouldn't be 2 days. Is Commissioner referring to
35.2.
No. I see the 2 days is referring to another incident.
That's another incident of,
All right.
of another tow truck, Roadstar.
All right, okay,
Yes.
all right. Is there anything else you want to say about the significance of
No,
what you've done now? All right,
that's it.
thank you very much. Yes, Mr. Musagiri?
And then you proceed, then let's go to page 11, where you deal with ad seritem to the parts of the aforesaid notice to the best of your recollection. You will see on top, it says at paragraph 2.1.
Yes.
Can you pick it up from there? Maybe if you leave it there and say that you will submit your CV
Yes.
in due course, then you can start with 2.2.1.
Yes.
So what we usually prefer, have the question itself read and then the answer, because otherwise they're out of context or you won't
Chair,
understand what there is.
I accept that,
Yes.
hence I said file 2.
Oh.
But the way they have answered, Chair, it does give context to what he speaks to. Perhaps we can do 1 or 2 questions, but if the Chair insists that we read the question, then we will do that.
Oh, let me just look at 2.2.1 then and see.
Yes, Chair. So, okay. So, Chair,
Our preference is still for you to read the question yourself, and then the Colonel will read his responses.
well, let's do that, Chair.
Yes.
So the questions themselves, or the regulation 10.6, it's on file 2, and it will be item 2, Chair. And that will start on page 2 as well, Chair, of the.
Thank you.
Yes, Chair. And then, Colonel, I'm going to read the questions to you, and then you will then read your responses there too.
Yes.
Yes, but if you want me to repeat the questions. So, Chair 2.1 deals the details of your subsidies. Thank you. So 2.1, we've dealt with, Chairperson, which deals with your subs, DPCI career, and your current rank. Then we go to question 2.2, which says details in relation to the anti-gang unit, cash in transit task team, provincial tracing team, in the brackets, the task. The question being, are the task teams separate units or one specific unit? So that's 2.2.1. Can you read your answer to that question?
So must I read 2.2.2?
2.2.1.
Your
Okay.
paragraph,
Okay, thanks.
your
Thank you.
paragraph 37.
Sorry, Commissioner. The anti-gang task team and the DPCI provincial tracing teams are separate units. There is no cash and transit task team. Cash and transit, police murders, and other serious and violent crime were also attended by the DPCI provincial tracing team. For convenience, I shall refer to the first mentioned task team as the anti-gang task team, and at the latter, the tracing team.
And then 2.2.2, when was each unit formed and what was its strategic objective? And you give your answer, paragraph 38.
Yes. I shall deliver copies of the written authority establishing the anti-gang task team and the tracing team, it records the dates and persons appointed to each of those teams and the strategic objective of each team, the dates when each one was formed, and the persons appointed to it.
Go to the next paragraph.
38.2. In summary, the anti-gang team was established on the 17th of October 2022 and was to be on 20th September 2023. 38.3. The tracing team was established on 6 June 2023 and was to continue until further notice. With the establishment of the tracing team, the anti-gang team was dissolved.
The next question is, what is your role in each unit? That's paragraph 39 where you give an answer.
I acted as the commander of the anti-gang team and the head of the provincial tracing team.
And then to whom does each unit report to?
The anti-gang and the tracing teams report to me. I reported to Brigadier Nuswa on behalf of the teams. Brigadier Nuswa in turn reported to Major General Sonona, who was the provincial head of DPCI KwaZulu-Natal. Brigadier Nuswa had 5 units of serious organized crime unit, including the CATS unit, Crimes Against the State, the TRC, Truth and Reconciliation Commission, reporting to him. The task teams are not a permanent structure, unlike the other units.
The next question is, what criteria are used to select the members of each unit?
The proposal to establish the anti-gang was made by the provincial head of organized crime investigations, KwaZulu-Natal, namely Brigadier P.T. Mbele. He therefore identified the members of the anti-gang team that he wanted to serve in it. Upon approval of the recommendation, a call-up notice was issued on the 17th of October 2022 for members to report to the anti-gang team.
Please proceed.
42. Although the information requested therein is not within my knowledge, but within the knowledge of the management of the SAPS, Brigadier Nuswa, in his capacity as the Provincial Commander of Serious Organized Crime Investigation Directorate for Priority, asked me for recommendations of officers when he intended forming the task team. I made recommendations on inter alia expertise in investigation, tactical penetrations, K9 expertise, tactical response, crime intelligence, analytical monitoring, sniper cameras, and profiling. He also recommended certain officers from his section.
Question 2.2.5 and your response there. These 2 units, so the anti-gang unit and the tracing teams, are they subs or DPCI? What are they?
Commissioner, good question. Those are integrated teams.
They're integrated?
Yes.
So they comprise both subs and DPCI?
Correct, from the provincial commissioner and from the provincial head at the time, which was General Sonona.
Now, do members of the Metro Police form part of any of these units?
That's correct, Commissioner. Later on, we'll explain as we go along how they incorporate this, and external ways as well, how we incorporate them and for what purpose.
But all of them reported directly to you and you reported to Brigadier Nuswa?
That's correct, Commissioner Mala.
Colonel, just while we are there, let me take advantage of this. Pro Rodriguez, where would he fall?
He would fall under the Durban K9 unit.
And in terms
he
of
was not part of both teams, the tracing team or the anti-gang task team.
So he's not part of it?
No, Commissioner.
Okay, let's continue. We'll pick it up later then. Go to paragraph 43.
I'm with you, Commissioner.
Yes, please read that into the record because it's still answering the same question.
On the 2nd of June 2023, Brigadier Newswa, in this capacity of Provincial Commander, Serious Organized Crime Investigation, Director for Priority Crime Investigations, KwaZulu-Natal applied for the establishment of a tracing team. His request was approved by the provincial head, DPCI KZN, Major General Alias Onona, on the 6th of June 2023.
Continue.
44.
Yes.
I was appointed in writing as the head of KwaZulu-Natal DPCI tracking team. The document also dealt with movement of Lieutenant Colonel P.K. Majola and contains details of the movement of Lieutenant Colonel P.K. Majola from crimes against the state to Durban EPRs, Economic Protected Resources, they deal with kidnappings and so forth.
And then the next question is, how is each unit funded?
45. There is no extra funding of the teams. Members retain their ordinary benefits in accordance with their conditions of employment. Those are funded by the state. There were no extra costs incurred by the state in members serving in the anti-gang task team and the tracing team. Members seconded to the provincial DPCI tracing team remain administratively attached to their respective components and continue to utilize the physical resources, operational equipment, vehicles, allocated budgets of those components whilst performing the tracing team functions. Consequently, the establishment and operation of the tracing team did not require any additional financial resources from the DPCI as participating in the components provided necessary logistically and operational support from their existing resources and budgets. I would like to explain this, Commissioner, if you allow me to. So, for example, this unit, the tracing team, we have a whole platoon of Pietermaritzburg K9. Already, they work in our operations as arrangement, but at all under Pietermaritzburg, with their code, their finance, their vehicles, their firearms, and administratively. For example, Metro Police, they would come on board and they funded by Commissioner Nkunu, Metro Police itself, but they come with the resources, the cars, and simultaneously the tactical response team, they will fall under the Provincial Office of Tactical Response Teams. Everything is done administratively by them. They causes funding, equipment, vehicles. So that's what I'm trying to explain. There's no additional funding where you have to buy vehicles for, especially for this team. Yes.
Thank you, Colonel. The next question, 2.2.7, the fatality rates in respect of task team operations in respect of which you have been involved, including the total number of suspects arrested in task team operations in which you have been involved, the total number of suspects killed in task team operations in which you have been involved, the total number of suspects wounded with gunshot injuries in task team operations in which you have been involved, the total number of SAPS members killed in task team operations in which you have been involved, and the total number of SAPS members wounded with gunshot injuries in task team operations in which you have been involved. And you give your response at paragraph 46.
Yes, Commissioner. At paragraph 46, I am currently not in possession of the detailed requests therein. However, information is sought can be obtained from the Priority Crimes Management Center, which is commonly known as PCMC. KZN, presently the person in charge is Colonel Mangule. And if I can also elaborate on this here, Commissioner. So every operation, every arrest, everything is accounted by MC. It is, we have to give a detailed report and they capture it at the province, from the province. So we are going to access it from them. They would have the accurate account of exactly what's required, Commissioner.
Then for the purposes of this question and incidents that we mentioned that you were involved in, do you need assistance from our side to help you retrieve some of this information so that it can form part of your comprehensive statement?
Yes, indeed, Commissioner. If we could get something from the Commission itself, and given the provincial head, which is Brigadier Mulligan, she would gladly release those details or information rather to the Commission.
Yes, and we only interested in the ones that you were involved in. Then can we go to the next question? And this deals with the Morningside 5 shooting incidents. Question 2.1. Can you elaborate on the of the unit in the investigation of PAFs and family killings? Who was PAF and what criminal activities was he involved in?
Members of the anti-gang team investigations consequent to the Kalicharan family, PAF Kalicharan, his wife and his child were killed in a drive-by shooting. The detail of the members of the unit in the investigation is contained in the police docket. It suggests that PAF lived in the unit in Chatsworth Unit 11 and was rumored to be a drug dealer.
And the next question is, what case number 7? There's a case number there. I don't think I need to read that to the record. There's 2 cast numbers.
Yes.
Yes.
So I do not have access at this stage to 2 police documents to respond meaningfully to the request made in some paragraph and access the dockets and answer the questions.
And then the next question, what were the reasons for the raid at family home on the 13th of December 2022?
I filed a comprehensive affidavit in the interdict proceedings.
Sorry. Do you read 2.3.4 and 2.3.5 as well?
Yes.
Because the response is responding to all 3.
That is so, Chair.
Yes.
So the next question, in mind the question that I asked before, what were the reasons February 2023? And then the details of how you identified the location of Bevan Loftus Morningside on the 1st of April 23, and how you gained access to the flat of the suspect. You deal with all of that in one response going forward.
Commissioner, I just give Commissioner a small background as to how we got there and to the premises and where it started, what led us there, and who led us there as well.
Are you bleeding? Just read from 49 all the way.
No problem. Commissioner, we'll do that. I filed a comprehensive affidavit in the interdict proceedings instituted by Mr. Greg Loftus against myself and others under the case number D3437/2023 in the High Court